Hello, Slovenia and all Slovenians. My name is Aleš Flisar, born and lived in Slovenia until I was 25 years old, and living in Australia for 19 years now. I have 3 daughters and work in a rock climbing gym and also driving a truck for a mattress company. My hobby being rock climbing, which has the perks of good social life. I was inspired to open a World Transformation Movement Center in my home country with my mom and dad, Zdenka and Viktor Flisar, who are also active supporters of the breakthrough explanation of the human condition, which is presented by Australian biologist Jeremy Griffith. We humans are managing our lives the best we can and making it as enjoyable as possible with goals, aspirations, and ambitions to achieve something, anything. Quite often, if we allow ourselves to pause for a moment and try to think about the meaning of it all, we can hit the wall and refrain from thinking too much and carry on. Throughout our lives, we are constantly trying to prove our worth and never reach a point of feeling good enough. And same within the world. There is dysfunction everywhere we look. And on that note, I would love to introduce you to the greatest movement this world has ever seen. I know with certainty that it will fix all the issues facing humanity. Our own individual issues and battles can now be understood, and because we can explain ourselves to ourselves with compassion, we can begin to heal. This is not some new age movement. This is not some wishful thinking, faith, or hope. This is a complete, fully accountable, scientific explanation and verifiable information, which initially might cause some discomfort. But I assure you that once you start looking into this information, and the best way to start is with interview, the whole thing will start to unravel. And the understanding of the world around you and your own life will become transparent. And because we can finally make sense of it, we can start to change our mindset, which is actually what is required to start fixing the world. This does not mean that we need to change our ways and abolish the lives we have built. This understanding and supporting adds another whole layer of excitement and positivity to our lives, which is now possible with the human condition solved. Being skeptical is the expected response, as you should be. As a conscious being, we need to understand, and we will not blindly believe. So verifying the information for yourself is crucial. The reason why I'm making this video and opening Slovenian World Transformation Center is no other but to spread this information further, because of the immense ramification this will have on the whole world. I have been around for 43 years and have been seen decline in every aspect of human life, including in my own life. From enthusiastic late teen and in my 20s thinking I will achieve all the great things, but as the years started to roll through, it became harder to find that enthusiasm. Life happened and I have become more superficial and numb. Things were falling apart, and even when they did not, it was harder to find meaning in my pursuits. With the human condition explained and solved, we can finally truthfully explain why that is. What is the reason of ever-increasing decline, not just in our personal life, but also the evident collapse in the world? I know this is our last stand. This is our last chance to turn this around. And it can only be done with this information and with supporting World Transformation Movement. Look, there are many causes out there portraying that we can fix the world. Let's say fighting climate crisis, abolishing racism, join the religion, accepting our differences and force ourselves to be cooperative, supporting left-wing or right-wing in politics, take up any form of idealistic movement out there and similar. The truth is, none of these means are addressing why we are the way we are and are not getting to the bottom of why we have been so destructive. Well, at least not in an honest and truthful way. We needed to address us, humans, and fix that before we can legitimately tackle any other issues. Claim that we can fix the world is big, but now we actually can. We just had to get to the bottom of what it means to be a human, and more importantly, why we are so conflicted, incredibly loving on one side and utterly destructive on the other. What is with that? Now we know. Now we understand because the human condition has been solved. Australian biologist Jeremy Griffith has dedicated his life to solve it. And with the knowledge humanity has accumulated since we became conscious, we are now in the position to enter the new paradigm, which is no joke, the most exciting situation we could be in. Such conversations, such discussions with others, and the conversation we can have with ourselves are fixing the world. This is how the misunderstanding and turmoil in the world ends. I believe that this is the most important thing in the world by far. We can be completely honest and for the first time truthful, because everyone is compassionately explained and understood. World coming together and working together for the greater good is now actually possible, not just a wishful thinking and hope. So let's go. Let's get educated like never before and support this all-fixing insight and live a life of incredible meaning. Thank you. There we go. My mom's got a new vehicle. So we were driving today for a few hours and we didn't have stickers on yet. We just put them on and we had some really interesting chats, conversations that are not happening at the many places in the world. So she's really happy to have this on. She knows what it's all about. She knows what she is supporting. So my mom's really happy with this. How good is that?